Finding Your Soul Again by Ayan Farvahar. Your soul is an inner guide. It is the spiritual half of your being that makes you feel whole. Your soul has everything you're missing inside and trying to find them in others. No one can ever understand you, love you, or heal you the way your soul can. So call on to your soul, talk to your soul, and invite your soul back to your life. Hi, this is Ayan Farvahar. I'm glad you're here. This channel is about self-realization and honoring our life purpose and meaning. If you're interested in these topics, please subscribe to stay connected. Your support is the foundation of this channel and encourages me to create more content in the future. For more information about myself and my life mentoring practice, please find my bio link in the description below. Also, for more information about the artist behind the expressive images I use here, please see the description below. Today, we want to do an experiential soul meditation. On the surface, soul may only seem as a mythopoetic concept, or what we hear in stories, poems, or songs, expressing the depth of a feeling or emotion. But soul is a real and spiritual aspect of our psyche, the aspect that we can experience and have relationship with. To begin, let me ask you the following questions. Don't you wish you had a friend that never let you feel lonely? Don't you wish you had someone who were there for you in difficult times? Don't you wish you had someone in your life that fully understood you and could relate to you? Don't you wish you had someone you could trust and open up to when you needed to? Don't you wish you had someone in your life that inspired you and wanted the best for you? Don't you wish you had someone who loved you genuinely and unconditionally? Can you imagine how your life could have been if you had such a person in your life? How likely it is for you to find such a person in the world out there? Probably not as likely. Even if you have close friends or someone who loves you, there will always be moments in your life that you feel not understood, seen, valued, or loved. The point here is that what you may be missing inside cannot be found in people around you, because no one can ever make you feel as complete as your soul can. When we are not connected to our soul, we project its qualities onto others in our life, demanding them to give us what we need. Friendships and relationships fall apart because our friends or partners can never fill the void we have inside, the void that can only be filled with our soul. This presentation consists of two parts. First part provides some background of what soul is and what role it plays in our life. The second part is an experiential soul meditation to help you initiate an inner dialogue with your soul, invite it to draw closer to you and start building a deeper relationship with it. I use first person in this meditation because it is meant to be an intimate dialogue with your soul. So when listening in, try to embody the words as if they come from a deeper place inside you. If you're interested to know more about soul and its transcending function, I recommend listening to part 1. But if you prefer, you can skip that and jump directly to the start of the meditation using the link I provided in the description below. What is soul and its function? One of the most insightful accounts of what soul is was documented by C.G. Jung, the pioneer of depth psychology. Jung noticed the presence of soul or anima in his psyche and initiated inner dialogues with her. His dialogues with his soul had a tremendous impact on his spiritual and shamanic awakening. Jung describes soul in various ways: as a kind of a life force, as a healing force, as a mediator and a unifier, as a religious function, as an agent of immortality and perfection, as a savior, and so on. To Jung, his soul was a transcendental aspect of his being, who brought much insight into the inner depth of his psyche, basically like a spiritual inner guide, helping him to transcend the limits of his consciousness and give him access to the unconscious dimensions of his psyche. His dialogues with his soul clearly showed the importance of engaging the soul as an essential factor in raising one's psychological and spiritual self-awareness. Jung referred to soul by using the terms anima as an inner feminine or animus as an inner masculine to highlight the complementary nature of the soul to one's personality. This implies that full embodiment and unification with our soul leads to a greater inner harmony in the psyche and a sense of wholeness. When we are not fully connected to our soul, we don't feel that inner harmony or wholeness, as if a vital part of our being is missing or lost. We would feel alone, incomplete, and not as alive. Young children who grow up in a safe and loving environment are fully connected to their souls. Unfortunately, in most cases, this connection weakens or breaks through time toward adulthood. This is known as soul loss and usually happens due to parental or societal conditioning, psychological trauma, or other adverse spiritual or psychic events. This is why many adults feel alone in their private lives and can at times experience emotional and psychological issues. They suffer from soul loss to various degrees because they no longer feel fully connected to the vitality and life energy of their souls. In shamanic wisdom traditions, emotional and psychological issues and loss of vitality are seen as the symptoms of soul loss. Soul loss is a real psycho-spiritual phenomenon and can only be healed through a soul or power retrieval using psycho-spiritual inner work or shamanic rituals, journeys, or ceremonies. How to notice and engage the soul. The best way to understand the relationship between you and your soul is to understand the relationship between your mind and your heart. Your mind is designed to be rational and analytical. It constantly tries to make sense of everything you experience in your life. Its function is primal and focused on self-preservation and self-gratification impulses, including your existential needs, your bodily and sensual impulses, or your desire for control and domination. Because of the primal nature of these impulses, your mind can dominate your life and shape your sense of selfhood and how you experience yourself. Your heart is different. Its function is not about self-preservation or self-gratification, but about deeper and more meaningful experiences such as connection, inspiration, intuition, compassion, calmness, healing, care, beauty, love, and so on. Your heart calls you to these meaningful experiences because it is the point of access to your soul. The more open and the less emotionally congested your heart is, the closer you are to your soul, and the more you invite these meaningful experiences to your life. When we are fully consumed by our mind and its impulses, there is no space left for us to feel our heart and receive its intuitive wisdom. That is why people who have a preoccupied mind often find it challenging to turn it off and be calm, peaceful, and centered. We feel disconnected from our soul and its vitality when our mind is preoccupied or when our heart is emotionally congested. So to open our heart again and restore our connection to our soul, we need to liberate our mind from its burdens and heal any emotional wounds that congest our heart. But how do we do that? Practicing conventional meditation and doing some psychological inner work can help but may not be enough. From experience, what can be more effective is to start an inner dialogue with our soul. This can be done through journaling in a form of an inner dialogue, or through contemplative meditations with our soul. Remember that your soul is an inner guide and has tremendous wisdom, healing energy, and love for you. But if you don't initiate a dialogue with your soul, you will not be able to receive these. Meditations like the one we are about to do is an effective way to initiate this dialogue so you can start tuning in to your soul. Through time, you start hearing what your soul wants you to know. You need to engage your soul before you can hear its voice inside you. Your soul knows everything about you and your life. And once you establish a lasting connection with it, you would never feel lonely or unloved in your life. Start of soul meditation. Sit or lay down somewhere comfortable. Take a deep breath. Ask your thoughts and feelings to separate from you, to give you space. If it helps, close your eyes or soften your gaze to further descend to a state of calmness inside you. Also, if it helps, consider putting your hand on your heart to start your meditation shortly. My soul, where are you? I know you're there, watching over me with your caring eyes in this life that I'm in. It's been a long time since I felt you. What heavenly abode gave you sanctuary? Are you still in my heart as you used to be? My soul, when I was little, you were always around. You inspired me every day to see life as an adventure we were meant to take part. You taught me how to laugh, play, and feel alive. You inspired me to be curious about the world, to learn, to imagine, and to create. I felt secure with you, felt connected to my friends, and could get along with everyone. As a child, you filled my little heart with your love and wisdom, so it was easy for me to see the best in me and in others. It was easy to to share my candies with my friends. It was easy to be myself. It was easy not to think. But as I grew up becoming an adult, I started to experience pain and hardship. I was forced to comply with the demands of this chaotic world. I was shamed not to be myself. I started seeing what was not perfect in me, started doubting myself. My heart that was once your home started getting cluttered with my pains and negative beliefs about myself, leaving little space for you to be there. Then one day I could no longer feel you there. My soul, what happened to you and I when I grew up? I was drowned in my thoughts and lost you in them. I forgot how you saw me and learned to feel shame for whom I've become. I started comparing myself with others. I started to feel alone, started to withdraw myself from others. Started to wanting things just for myself. You left my heart because you did not want to see me in this pain. And since you were gone, I forgot to be myself, forgot to feel alive. My soul, I search for you everywhere. Look to find you in people I most admired and loved. I wanted them to be like you. Wanted them to see me and love me as you did. Wanted them to see the best in me again. Wanted them to make me feel alive again. But time and time again, I could not find you in them, and the more I searched for you out there, the further away I felt from you. No one could ever understand me as you do. No one could ever see me as you see, and no one could ever complete me as you do. My soul, I'm finding my way back to you now, because I finally realized that you're not out there but within me. You and I are two halves of one being. We came to this world to live our best life together. Without you, I am forever incomplete and can't find my way in this maze of life. So I'm here today to call on to you, to ask you to come back to me, to be by my side again. To help me clear my mind from my life-denying beliefs, and to liberate my heart from the pains of my past. Only you have the love I yearn. Only you have the wisdom I seek. You are the missing half of my being. You are the only one who knows my destiny and what lies ahead in this road of life. Only you know the answers. Only you hold the key to my destiny. My dear soul, descend to my life again. Find me again, and never let me leave your side again, in this life and many more that may be. End of meditation. Take a deep breath and take a few moments to make a mental note of any insight you might have received during this meditation. Consider journaling to continue your dialogue with your soul. When doing so, take pauses and tune in to the voice of your soul coming from deep within your heart. If you're open, consider doing the shamanic journey to meet your soul in the imaginal world. Remember, your soul is your inner guide that knows everything about you and your life. So talk to it, engage it, and ask it to be by your side in this journey of your life. If you have found this presentation inspiring, please like and share it with your like-minded friends. Please subscribe to my channel and share your thoughts and comments. For more information about myself and my life mentoring practice, please find my bio link in the description below. Blessings.